Okay, let's have a look at United Therapeutics Corporation, UTHR. If you go to their website, you will see this one. It's kind of very funny. Not, I thought it would be a bit in different way, but that's how it looks like. Bit of history about UTHR. Now, United Therapeutics was founded in 1996 by lawyer Martin Roblat with only $3 million. Now, this guy sold his assets and started developing this treatment. And the reason for that was that his daughter was diagnosed with this disease. Okay, and he realized sooner that it's not enough to develop and introduce the drug. So, and then he searched the finances, and the company went public in 1999. And in 2002, the FDA had approved the new drug, Rimadoline, and they're still selling this drug, and they're still making quite a lot of money. First year in 2002, they sold about 50 million of this particular drug, and up in 2010 they increased the sale level of the same drug to $300 million. Now, why do we need to know that? Now, because at the moment by 2015 they're selling 5 drugs, not only one drug, and you need to understand that in order to develop the kind of selling channels, okay, the bigger the company, the easier for them the introduction of the new product. Okay, so when they just started, for them to sell for $15 million, it was quite challenging. So if they are going to introduce new drug next year, most likely they will sell it much more than $50 million. Why? Because they already have established chain, like distribution channels. Now, another thing which we know about UTHR, that there are several products in development pipeline right now, and some of them are going to be going through FDA approval stage. And if the FDA approves it, we will see new drugs on like on a sale in 2017, 2018, 2019 years. So which is pretty good. So we will see several more drugs which will be available for public. And of course, it will give extra um, profit for UTHR, okay, which is good for us. Now, another thing as well you have to take into consideration when you invest in biotech, it's the kind of the history of uh, growth, how companies develop. Because if you understand that competition in this particular industry, like it's much more difficult to enter this industry. Imagine that if you decided to open the retail store, it's pretty easy. You just go rent a place and put some clothes, and that's it. You're in business. Now, if you decided to do it and buy a tech company, so it's pretty tough, right? So you have to first of all find highly educated people in this industry. It's once. Secondly, you have to invest like nearly $800 million and spend 10 to 15 years in order to develop that. So not everyone can do that, but there are certain laboratories and certain small companies which are doing that. And what happens that bigger companies, they can come and buy the smaller companies. So instead of developing and spending all this time themselves, they find companies which are already closer to FDA approval stage, and they can go and buy it. So, and if the company is quite big, and we look at some competitors, you will see that some of them hundreds of billion capitalization. For them to come and buy the company or pay $800 million for development of the product, it's pretty easy to do that. Okay, so that's why we're trying to find companies which are pretty kind of big in this stage.